And the music's over, so that means it's time to check in if we've got the one. All right. Maybe move it back a little bit. But then we got a 2. All right. And then I think we're good to go. Oh, yeah.
I guess might as well get in closer. I'm already blind.
Move on in, because the All American TrutherCast Live's about to start, folks.
I mean, I ain't even got to read it. I can smell it and sense it.
Right.
It's always strong enough nowadays. I don't even need eyes.
Right?
But everybody else is blind as hell, so whatever, there's that.
So, welcome back to the TrutherCast, home of the TrutherCast. We are here to take your truth order, folks. And, it wasn't too heavy of a news cycle week there for us, I do feel, but we've got plenty of stuff to go through, talking about how TPUSA kind of blew the lid off shit, hitting the #1 largest live stream in America through YouTube in all of YouTube history. So we're going to be going through, some of those kind of facts there and some of the other informational news tidbits throughout the week. If you're not familiar with us, folks, thank you very much for stopping on by, whether you're on the home platform of Rumble or maybe you're trickling in over on YouTube or X. But if you are new here, man, we are attempting to not just be 2 more guys out there on the old interwebs bitching and moaning and blackpilling everybody, making everybody angry and sad because there's no hope and we're all screwed. If anything, this episode, folks, the hope is out there because if you get together, you do things, right? Like if there's a problem like racism, you get together and do things. You stop it. You become Abraham Lincoln and you actually try to push laws that are in place because it's right, And then, if, you believe that gay people need to get married, you group together and you bitch and moan about it until gay people get married. And then there it is. And then if, the global elite is deep state bad guys, which I found out, who decides who's at halftime?
I don't know. Probably.
I never would have guessed it.
Some dude wearing.
No, he's a rapper. No, he's a rapper. He's a famous rapper. He's a 33-degree Mason. It's Jay-Z.
No, I was gonna go with some oiled up, naked, weird. Well, not naked. Some oiled up old guy in a diaper spinning a wheel with some random stuff on it.
Right.
Playing like some weird banjo shit or something. Yeah.
Right.
Just really wacky.
That'd be the South Park version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I guess it's Jay-Z. So it's like, that's interesting, right? Like, no wonder why we get so many Masonic rituals for the halftime show, right?
Not that surprising.
Right.
I guess, now that you say it, yeah, it makes sense.
Makes sense,
He's
man.
kind of at the top of that.
But if you got that going on too much and you're looking for something a little bit more wholesome, a little bit more, matured, a little bit less rap, hip-hop, and dirty, grinding on people and poor lyrics, maybe you get together and you make something like TPUSA did. So I don't know, man. I think it's pretty cool, dog. So we're going to be going through all of that one there. So hang on in because we love helping people build a better news feed. That's what we're all about, folks. That is how you know about these things ahead of time. If you had no idea about this or you forgot about it, that means you don't got a good enough news feed, man, because I was posting out a little bit ahead of this because Mr. Benny Johnson, a good friend of the show, was, meeting up with Mr. Kid Rock, and they were promoting this ahead of time. Then I made a blog post and telling people how to watch it. So hopefully that helps somebody out. If that helped you out and you're in the live chat down below, sound off. Mr. Trolley already getting started out there in the live chat. So I wonder which halftime show Trolley watched, right?
Yeah. I don't think there's any guessing game there.
But if you are coming back to the show, I very much appreciate you. Like Mr. Steezy, 1992, already sounding on off there in the live chat. What up, Mr. Steezy? Let us know, man, what y'all think about the halftime show. Either one of them. What are your thoughts and feelings and opinions? Or, what did you hear last week that needs some more awareness? Because we do believe around here that with awareness comes that realization. And you know what I feel like this week? I noticed, Dan. I feel like people realize you're not supposed to stand in front of federal ICE agents' vehicles.
Oh, are they figuring it out?
I haven't seen anybody doing it this week.
Man, wow, they might actually be able to learn something after all.
Really sad event, but,
there might be a sliver of hope for them yet.
Repercussions.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Very sliver.
They
very,
can be
very
taught.
small sliver.
But yeah, man, I made a blog post
They
actually.
can possibly be taught would be a good saying for that, because they haven't shown that they've been taught yet.
Sure. It's
There's
not
no
residual.
Proof. There's no proof that the teaching has actually sunk in and produced results.
Forget what movie that's from, but it's like it can be taught. Yeah, but if you head on over to the website here, folks, you go to the blog, and then hey, I'm trying to put out more content here for us on the TrutherCast. Trying to drive that followership up a little bit. So if you haven't yet, definitely hit that follow button. That way you get notified the next week when we go live. But yeah, Wilkinsane's right. But Trump. I'm actually surprised that the liberal deep state media hasn't figured out a way to blame Donald Trump for the TPUSA halftime event.
Well, what they're all just saying it was the worst of, like, it was the biggest laughing stock. Like, what a failure on their part. That's all.
They're all just like fake dogging it, like, or retard like dogging it. Yeah. Well,
they don't understand. Just like it's showing how they don't understand how numbers work.
Yeah, life
in the voting, or per se a bunch of other etc. Money gets shaved off the top, shifted all around from NGO to NGO to organization, offshore entity, all these different businesses, aka charities. But maybe it just shows if you aren't good at math, you're just not going to figure it all the way out.
Yeah, right.
I think that might have to do a small bit of it.
I don't know if you noticed this, but it was pretty cool. They did like a transgression of Kid Rock, because he opened up with the classic "Ba with the Ba," but that one's talking about like topless dancers and like it's a little bit more drug, sex, and rock and roll. The early days, right?
Yeah.
And then they wrap it up with him singing a cover song that he added a verse to that talks about like finding God, coming back to Jesus, promoting Christian values. So there was a little bit of a story arc even in this one, but I think it's pretty like hands down, if you're not like a young kid or something like that, if you are anything of like a young Gen Xer, an old millennial, this was pretty iconic right here.
My name is
Had to get a little bit rock and roll, get litty a little bit, right? And then it quickly shifts to a little bit more country, a little bit more like, hey man, he's a musician, he's not just singing and clapping out there, man. So pretty cool. But speaking of numbers, I thought it'd be interesting to see what they got right now, because they got what is it? Where's the view count? So they're up to 20 million views on YouTube. So this isn't like, live people, right? We've got other numbers we'll pull up for that. And then over here, we've got how many views on Rumble? Where's the view counter on Rumble? It doesn't even like show it. It's just like thumbs up and shit. 1.8 thousand comments. Shoot, I can't see where the hell the views is, but it's like 20 mil on freaking YouTube, and then we've got all of these numbers to take a look at. Lip synced. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Out of sync like your brain, truly. Another projection case. I have figured it out.
Kid Rock lip syncs? Yeah, right. Super Bowl stuff generally always has lip syncing for 90% of the performances.
Yeah, you're right. Or like like all the traditional pop stars or whatever and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So always feel free to check the old numbers, folks. But we got Jack Posobiec coming in. He is biased since he is working for TPUSA, as he's one of the main guys out there. But he comes in here and states that they are #1 entertainment event in YouTube history. #1 United States live stream in YouTube history. #1 American event in YouTube history. and #1 English language live stream in YouTube history. So, I mean, I guess he beat out like PewDiePie, or he was Swedish, like beat out a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to say, well, stop, you know, like take away the United States, you know, like attribute there.
Right. Yeah.
They hit number
Doesn't.
number 2 of like everything all the time. So they're a hair
You're never
short.
gonna beat the soccer.
Is that what it
The soccer
was?
stuff. I mean,
yeah,
that's
sure,
always
sure,
number
sure.
one, and all the rest of the world's gonna be number one.
Yeah, there's someone #1. I didn't know what it was, but it definitely was like some kind of an international deal, Bob, or something like that. But number 2 biggest live stream of all ever in all of the history.
If it was an event, I think that one actually was this Bosnian or Croatian. I forget which one it technically is, but he has one of the the biggest performances.
Then we got the blog here from the Post Millennial stating how they were #1 in the United States. Yeah, their peak live stream viewership was 6.1, and I think that was just YouTube. Because I heard one of the representatives talking about 20 million. So I don't know if he's talking about the views on YouTube, or if he was saying like, oh, with our back end numbers, we ended up, you know, we got the television platforms they were on, and then YouTube, Rumble. But he was throwing around 20 million. But at minimum, it was, I believe, 6.1 million live on the YouTube, which is absolutely bunker. Absolutely crazy.
I'm surprised the server didn't crash.
Okay, here. Is this it? I think this is the one where you're showing. I know, right?
I don't think X's servers would have been able to handle that.
Yeah, no, Rumble,
they try. Well,
Rumble was a hair rough.
Yeah, I wonder how much harder it is to stream all the multiple, because they had all the multiple people chiming in, like the Zoom. Remember the Zoom call that they tried having and then it crashed.
Yeah.
I wonder how much more extensive that is on the hardware.
Here's an
compared
idea.
to just a single thing streaming. Probably very much, but still.
It's all bandwidth, right? So I was watching an Asmongold lately, and he pulled up the calculator for a Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And if he streams an average of 6 hours a day, or 6 or 8 hours or something, right? It costs $20,000 a stream.
Like on his end or the company's end?
Like Twitch. It costs Twitch 20 grand for him to stream all day because of how many viewers he has. And so the bandwidth calculator was 20K a day whenever he streamed.
Man.
So he's like, bro, they got to hate me because he unmonetized his channel so they couldn't run ads on it. Because he's got enough money, so he didn't want his fans, his viewers to watch ads.
That's a good flex right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, 20K a live stream for his viewership, which I think is 50,000. It's like 50,000 concurrent that come back like daily watching or something, which is ridiculous, right?
I mean, shoot, I'm about a daily watcher now on Asmon. I mean,
know,
not
right?
live, but
Right.
like,
I watch all the clips.
I always catch whatever he posts.
That's what
for
he
the
said.
most
He's
part.
like, that's just a lot. That's not even like this channel, that channel, or, you know. So the #1 is this Chandrayaan-3 mission soft landing. Live telecast. So was it like, India's lunar landing broadcast? Interesting. So India landing on the moon, allegedly, was the only thing that topped TPUSA's All American halftime show. That's pretty awesome. Bro, don't even lie, Trolley. You know you watch Asmongold. You hate watch that dude all day. You watch him on Hassan's channel all the time, don't you, bro? You like crying with Hassan? Bitching and moaning about Asmongold. Yeah, bro. So why did Bad Bunny take down his social medias? That was what I was curious about as well.
Probably because he was like, oops, I probably have things in there they're gonna start posting. I better take it off. Well, guess what? There's the Wayback Machine, unless he knew the friends of who actually wiped their shit recently.
Yeah, it was another one we covered last week.
Was it the Somalis or something else? No, it's
no. It was a big one, and it was like, he wipes it sometimes. Like, oh, this is normal. It was a celeb.
No,
who was the celeb? Wilkinson. Who was the celeb that took down their like Instagram recently? It was a celeb, I thought.
I thought it was a.
Yeah, nah, brain
Or-
farting, bro.
yeah.
We covered it last week.
Yeah,
Whatever
drawing
it
a
is. Somebody
blank.
roll it back.
Yeah, there's too many pieces of shit out there.
Well, we're
Up to
not
no good. It's hard to keep them.
we're not popular enough to have somebody that'll go and pull up the old stream and
Yeah,
fast
Jamie,
forward and
Jamie.
find it. I was watching a streamer I liked the other day, and they got one kid that pulls up shit. So he was like, "Hey, what did we do like last stream?" And the guy like went and pulled it all up, and it was like, "Oh, you're the guy." I think it's extremely interesting how successful this whole thing was, right? Because it has got to put a target on TPUSA's back, because it's not even like the social economic of it, right? Like, oh, you're trying to like take away from like, because you could even argue steel man it, right? Why would you have another event if you're going to take away from a minority? And are you like anti-minority being popular on the Super Bowl? Wouldn't you want to promote that? He's just a nice minority man, But what I think the biggest target is going to be is straight up business, dog. So it's estimated that they took away upwards to 22% of the NFL audience watching around halftime. And so that means about 22% of NFL audience didn't see the ads surrounding halftime, okay? Hypothetically say, right? So
I know I didn't watch a single Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, I didn't even watch them yet last time either.
Game. I didn't watch anything of it except for like the clips of performance.
I don't know why, man, but I didn't watch none of them this year either, bro.
Yeah, I didn't give a crap, and then the game was crap as the last
kind of
one.
boring, right?
Yeah, just a wash. They just stomped all over the other team. There wasn't much of a game.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Or like people just weren't invested in the teams at all in the beginning, bro. Like I feel like less people talked about it. Like,
everybody,
oh boy,
we all know it's rigged now, anyways. Too. That's the other thing. It's just an entertainment show.
Truth is coming out, man.
They all know there's a playbook in there, or a script where it has to go somewhere or another, or it's all just about where the bets lie, and then they play it from there,
right, bro?
Because they have so much betting on these games now.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Dumb amount. Once that gets involved, something has to steer the boat, just like casino. The house doesn't just eventually lose, and then
always wins.
when casino goes out of business. That doesn't happen.
Right?
It's a company. It's a business supposed to be profitable.
Yeah,
they're not going to let just anything happen in the league.
Straight up. So this guy did some paper napkin math, man. He just ran the numbers from the end of the second half of play. I logged 25 unique ad spots, so 12 before the halftime show, 13 after the show, but before the game started back up, These spots represent conservatively $300 to $500 million in ad revenue for NBC and the NFL. So I give this range because the space also includes the exclusive like Apple Music halftime sponsorship and the Toyota halftime analysis and whatnot. And so those are, priced higher than the regular TV ad spot, right? But, we're talking about $500 million in ad revenue. So that's just around the halftime show. Like that's not even like the whole thingy, right? So that's $500 million in just the like little bit before, a little bit after halftime show thing. And 22% of its audience roughly didn't see that. So one, target on their back because that's money that they're not getting, right? Two, they've already committed to doing it again next year. And how much do you think those ad spots are going to sell for to fellow patriotic Christian American companies?
Hit
like
them up instead of the Super Bowl. Like, hey, we're trying to have an ad on your channel.
And then think about this, because
there's going to be nothing but all the LGBTQ crap on the Super Bowl side, and then you'll just see a huge.
It'll be like
the whole way. It's gonna be a tidal wave.
Conservative dad beer, It'll be like, get your ivermectin today. It'll be like Rumble ads, bro. And it's like when I first got Rumble and I got pitched, I was like, oh man, the ads are coming on, and it was like, are you sick? Maybe get this ivermectin. I was like, huh? Okay, and I like watched the ad, and then the next one I said, oh bro, there's a second ad, and it was like, do you like shooting guns? You need more ammo. Buy our ammo. And I was like, amen. Rumble ads are the business. So maybe they're not all amazing, but
there's just a usual amount of testosterone in Rumble ads. That's what it is.
Just the normal
it's not just pure estrogen in all the other ads.
Oh man, so that'd be pretty wild, bro. They're gonna do this one again. I bet you, they get some ad revenue out of this one, bro. I bet you this kicks off, man. Tim Pool was saying turn it into a music festival, bro. Next year, just do a gigantic music festival, get a whole bunch of banger headliners, and then just film the halftime show, but around it was just like a big party to go to,
Yeah.
And then you can show the Super Bowl, so watch the Super Bowl
they just
at
still
a big
have a
festival,
couple
like-
TVs, just like a sports bar playing the Super Bowl where people can watch
look
it.
at a big old jumbotron.
But you might as well
man.
be having a party with good people and having an actual like good time
right.
doing that instead of being there and like soaking in estrogen in that stadium. Just you're like drowning in it, can't even breathe. Like, oh God, I can feel my balls shriveling inside me, going to disappear and turn into pure estrogen.
Here's Benny Johnson and Jack Posobiec on it.
What's the tail of the tape, Jack? Like, what's the numbers gonna shake out to be? Is it gonna be 40 million viewers?
So this is what people need to know is that the 25 million number that has come out already, that's just from the main YouTube and Rumble stream. So that's just crunching the numbers there. We've already got just YouTube alone, Turning Point's main stream, 6.17. And the 17 is significant because the previous number 2 YouTube live stream of all time was 6.15. So that's the number 2 live stream in all of YouTube history. The number 1 in terms of entertainment, because the first one was actually the Indian lunar probe. So number 1 in terms of entertainment on all of YouTube in all of the platform's history. I can't even. It boggles the mind to even think about those kind of numbers. And then
I'm not surprised.
we haven't
That's
even
cool.
sat there. Andrew and I were chatting about this last night. We might see 40, we might see 50. The sky is really the limit because we have so many partners. And then we haven't even got into X, and so many people were restreaming it and putting it out there. So we are going to see a staggering number of.
I think you're right, bro. The old number 2 that they beat looks like a soccer game, bro. Pogo complete, Brazil x Croatia. Quartas de final. Yeah. That's definitely a soccer game. That's got to be Brazil and Croatia. Copa do Mundo.
Playing Brazil for World Cup. I'm sure
that'd be
that
huge.
is the
Views on this, and it's something where, and I'm sure you heard as well, that the entertainment industry and the advertisers are very, very worried about this. And Cliff Maloney had a source inside NFL Networks who said they are freaking out over the size of this audience.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Because what it does is it ultimately shows that you've lost the culture war, that the NFL has decided to sabotage and betray their own fans, to do a program that is not in English, that has third world aesthetics, that's open borders messaging, LGBT messaging, woke propaganda. And I think the greatest sin of them all, you can't even listen to it. It's like mumble rap, but Spanish, and no songs that anybody knows. All the videos coming out from the stands, Jack, like shows people standing like statues. Nobody was into it. Nobody liked this.
Yep. So the numbers are definitely there, folks. It seems pretty clear. And I mean, of course the numbers would be there when even you have the Department of War endorsing.
Salute Turning Point USA and every American who still believes freedom is worth defending.
Amen,
Thank you for
brother.
your courage as an organization, your clarity, and your leadership. And for this halftime show that the War Department is proud to support. This year we mark 250 years since a band of citizens pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. For 2.5 centuries, Americans have answered that call on farms and factory floors, in shipyards and labs, in cockpits and foxholes, and in every uniform our nation has worn. Freedom is not automatic. It is defended by a strong nation and a ready force, and that's our job. To our troops, our veterans, and the families who serve alongside them, we see you, we thank you, and we've got your back. So I hope you're enjoying this game. Happy Freedom 250, the things that really matter. God bless our warriors, and God bless our great republic. From
Bro,
the war.
they had him do that on the feed for the halftime show. That's dope. Hell yeah.
Gotta bring some
Man.
American USA into it, man.
You know, for all the
Try to
people,
save it a little bit.
for all the people bitching and moaning, feeling disenfranchised, bro, I think whenever Trump was in office the first time, this time, and then blah, 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 the culture shift, right? I feel the least disenfranchised about America and the thingies going on than I ever did when I was younger, bro. Like I didn't like any of the shit that was going on. And then now I do like it. So like, what about me, my feelings, or like all the other people that are in my camp of feelings, right?
No, we don't matter.
Oh, we got to worry about everyone else's
But
feelings.
the people that want everybody else to be equal to them, it's actually about, it's funny because they're all the one, like they don't realize how narcissistic they are in that. It's just way too funny. Like,
It's hypocritical nature
everybody
again.
else is supposed to have, but actually they are the biggest narcissists out of all of us. And they're just trying to project like they are this good person, which is just, that projection always coming true. There's somebody talking about how good they are and how good the whole world needs to be all the time. Generally, it's they got something to hide. That person out there smokes cigarettes, swearing, cussing,
Right.
and done drugs at some point. They're probably more honest than that other person, more true to the planet and themselves and the whole thing.
It is very much like that
it's a
often,
weird,
right, bro?
wacky thing. You never would have thought it'd be that way, but it ends up being that way quite often.
And salt of the earth kind of people, man. As long as they pull their head out of their ass and stop doing drugs or doing illegal activity, they end up usually becoming a pretty well seasoned, functional member of society and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely paying attention here, folks, and making sure to check out the blog post in the description box down below, because I got our blog post there with all of the show notes today, all of the receipts, so you can easily pull up all this shit if you would like, because I don't know about your feed, but I definitely got a few people simping, over the whole, like, just trying to be like some kind of a hero and make themselves feel better, where, like, I guess their feed's showing a bunch of people saying that they liked the TPUSA All American halftime show, and they feel like they've got to post something where they're like, well, actually, like, he's not even the first Puerto Rican to like do the Super Bowl. I don't think anybody was bitching about that. Well, actually, so make sure that you pull up the the blog post down in that description box down below, because then you can pull up these posts and then you can go and comment the links right there. Just post something with some facts in it, right? Because the facts don't really give an F about nobody's feelings. And on that note, if you see anybody trying to say, oh, it wasn't really that big of a deal, this is all bullshit, oh, they were view botting or something, right? Like, if they were view botting, it would have been like millions of dollars to achieve those numbers with a view bot system, by the way. Just share them this, man. Go ahead and share them and ask.
They're not the DNC. They're not getting millions of dollars from George Soros to fund their bot farms.
Just share them this and ask, hey, what's the #1 and #2 most popular song right now on iTunes? Oh, wait, it's Kid Rock. I guess he must not be that washed up. That's wild.
Yeah.
So I guess so many people liked the event that the song he performed live for the first time, because he released it at like midnight in the morning or some shit, all of a sudden that's #1. And then the original version, because what he made was a cover, I guess. The original version is #2, knocking Bad Dum Dum all the way down to 3rd.
I guess that means more Republicans also own Apple products.
Interesting. Or, I got to buy somehow. How I get the iTunes?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, man.
I mean, I guess I can't say wow too much. Little.
So yeah, this is what
but I'm not surprised again.
This is what winning looks like, folks. And then what's really awesome is all the wokies are melting down because, oh no, guess what? We slipped in our propaganda with our halftime show, and it promoted Christian values and American patriotism.
Yeah, not trying to sell and link our kids' souls to the Satan's little next future army. Or current army, wherever they'll end up serving. It's hard to tell if they actually, like serve per se, while they're alive or just after they die, probably prematurely.
So
Hard to
he
tell which
adds a
one.
verse onto this cover, and it was like something coming back to Jesus, you know, Christian kind of mentioning God kind of thingy. Everybody's melting down, bro. But hey, man, God bless them if that's what they want to do. I believe promoting God and, you know, some kind of a moral value structure is better than nothing. Since, you know, being very raised Catholic, which turned me away from the whole concept of following religions, had a very agnostic period of life, and then kind of recently came back to like, you know, hey, maybe I don't agree and believe with every single damn thing about Christianity, but it seems to be the most successful and functional kind of moral fabric and framework that seems to help a lot of people, you know, through life that, you know, just don't understand how to do life without having some kind of a moral like fabric. Because the more we kind of erode this whole, you know, morality in the United States, pretty clear, man. People are getting a little bit more depraved lately. So I don't know, man. TPUSA making a halftime show where you can watch it if you want. You know, pretty cool, man. I think that's pretty bonus right there, dog.
Yeah.
Number one right now, man. Old man Kid Rock, just bang, hit number one again, bro. Amen.
Yeah. It makes sense. Definitely cooler music than Bad Bunny.
So it is your choice to tune into the show or not, right? It wasn't like this was forced upon you, like the politics or the raunchiness of what is forced down your throat when you're watching the halftime show, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was very interesting that when you know, they played what, Dr. Dre or like Eminem on a halftime show for the first time, I was like, bro, this is my music. All right.
Yeah.
And then my parents were like, I know he's speaking English, but I can't understand a damn word he's saying. Just like I heard many, you know, Spanish-speaking people that were a little bit older had no idea what the hell Bad Bunny was saying because he's essentially just a Hispanic rapper, right?
Yeah,
You know, older folks or people not into the music just don't understand what the hell you're saying, no matter what language it's in. It's just the kind of style of music, right? But if you look up Bad Bunny's lyrics, they're a little bit ridiculous, which my parents said, you know, Eminem, Dr. Dre lyrics that were played on the freaking, you know, Super Bowl were a little bit ridiculous.
Right. Which you could say,
You know?
yeah, ridiculous, just in different ways. We're talking about a different estrogeny ridiculous.
Well, no, so allegedly, I don't know, confirm this for me if you would like. Allegedly, the lyrics of the Bad Bunny song that he was singing were pretty raunchy, which I was like, dude, there's no way they let him sing that even in Spanish, bro. That sounds like unbelievable, bro. It was like P's and D's and P's and D's and D's and
I mean, that's
A's and
I wouldn't see anything else come out of his mouth. That's generally what goes in there, so I would expect that also comes out.
fair enough. At least he didn't wear a dress, I guess. So, you know, hey, you know, like credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Everybody was freaked out that he was going to wear a dress, and I was definitely into boycotting that, especially. But at least he chose not to do the full dress thing, I guess.
But yeah, definitely not anything better of a like theatrical performance than any other show I've seen.
It looked really dumb, in my opinion, bro. They were doing some weird thing where he climbed up on a telephone pole, and then like they were like had a bunch of human grass, and like, the grass was hiding everything. And the people there said that it sucked because they couldn't see nothing because it was like really designed for television. Like they couldn't even see the people in the grass or something.
Well, yeah, you're just there as a byproduct. You would pay $50,000 a seat just so you can piss off.
Kind of, bro.
All
It's
we're
a little
here
bit
is to
shady.
put money in the bank on Super Bowl day. The show for y'all is whatever. The TV's where all the viewers really are. They don't care about the people in the stadium other than making sure they got a beer and a coney in their hand. That's it.
Right. And so, Trolley, I'm glad you came with one of the downloads of the day. People are saying, oh, well, look at Bad Bunny's views. And oh, boy, look at the Super Bowl halftime views. How could you compare those, bro? You're talking about comparing a, 60-year head start, National Football League organization that is a annual thing that people automatically put on. It's on all in the bars and everything. And they also kind of, just everybody watches it, man. So it's like they got a 60-year head start and it's just like the thing. So how could you even compare that and say, oh, well, they got like more views than the TPUSA? Now, the fact that TPUSA got any views, bro, shows that there was a movement, there was a passion, there was a desire for it. and then them hitting #1 in almost every single category except entirety on YouTube, that also kind of proves there was some kind of a passion for it, because I don't know if you've seen these, but also going around the interwebs today, where a few bar managers and owners, I believe in a couple cases, where they said that the bar actually voted to watch the TPUSA halftime show. So they put on the TPUSA halftime show, and the Libbies kind of melted down, bro. They were extremely upset about this.
The whole experience. Why aren't you playing Bad Bunny at the halftime show?
Because I put this halftime show on. Because this is what the majority. If you filming me,
I'm filming you. Why are you doing it? Why don't you play Bad Bunny?
Because the majority of my
Get out.
Hey,
I'm gonna pay first.
Luke, this is why.
I gotta pay.
This is why I said no.
I gotta pay first. But I'm asking a
Good,
question.
go pay.
I'm not being violent. Yeah, I gotta pay first. I shouldn't pay.
What's your
because
tab
I came here
under?
for the full experience.
What's your tab
I'm
under?
curious of which show to put
Super
on.
Bowl
Okay,
experience.
what's your tab under?
All right? I came here for the full Super Bowl experience. Are you the bouncer? Are you the manager? Are you the bouncer or the manager?
He's the manager.
All right, I'm speaking to him, not
Yeah.
you. You do what you do, and I talk to him.
You don't
I
tell him
came
what
here
to
for
do.
the Super Bowl experience. The full Super Bowl
It's the
experience.
halftime show.
This is not the halftime.
It is the halftime show.
No, this is not.
It's called the halftime show.
Bruh, God bless this guy and the 80% plus of people that probably said put it on.
They want to play somebody else. All right?
By the way, the chick in the background singing during that TPUSA, if you didn't watch it, she crushed it. She was killing it. I don't know who her name is, but I tried to memorize it for the show, but I couldn't.
Man,
But she crushed it. She was real good.
It's great seeing everybody get all upset.
So
I was just trying to do a little fact checking.
Oh, yeah.
What was they were comparing it to what Michael Jackson and who else had the almost like the same views, but Bad Bunny broke it by like 20,000 people or something like
I
that.
don't know.
Oh, hell, I'll have to try to find it. I did a random, did a boomer search. real
Oh, not a
quick there.
boomer. Let's grok it.
No, just shut up. It's close enough.
Yeah, okay.
The U.S. population in 2020
Uh-huh.
was like 331.5 million,
Uh-huh.
roughly, and it's projected at 2026. I was trying to ask it like just up at this point, 2026, but projecting 349 million. Do you understand why I giggle at the coincidences of that?
What's the coincidence?
Well, think about
There's
the
more
gap.
people?
Think about the gap, the
Uh-huh.
number gap.
Uh-huh.
How many million?
I didn't catch it enough to remember the
331 and
difference.
a half,
Uh-huh.
349.
Like 10?
Almost 20 million,
Yeah.
roughly 20 million.
Uh-huh.
What else was about 20 million?
The viewers.
Illegal immigrants that came across the
Oh,
border.
no shit, right? Like, literally.
Like, oh, really? This is how you're going to, like, cover it up. You're going to say, oh, we have a population of that. Is that with the illegals or without the illegals? That'd be a question also then to
Right,
specifically
dude.
more ask Google. Is
Yeah.
that with the illegals or not?
Right. How do you count
But
the
either
things
way-
that don't exist?
People are trying to put like, look, he surpassed Michael Jackson's performance. It by barely a smidge, and population difference, and how many years ago that was.
Well, and you're not...
it's not really a comparison. It's like, okay, I mean, he grabbed because they're like, oh, that's the most people. Okay, we have a lot more people nowadays too.
Right.
So it's more about a percentage of the population.
Right.
That's to actually do the calculation. Just like how people go, oh yes, the average income. No, the average ain't what
Right.
you want to know. The median.
Right.
That's what you want to know, but people aren't smart. They don't know these little things, and then it goes right over their head and they get flat in the steamroll. Why is life so hard? Well,
Right.
you got to be smart to know how the game works, to play the
Right.
game, to
The
win
other-
at the game.
The other thing that's
Ding-dongs.
tough is like half the world speaks Spanish, bro. So like it is just like a larger audience. and that's why the Super Bowl probably went with this. It just doesn't make sense because it's called American football in all of those countries that speak Spanish.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's literally called American
Did
football.
you see what Bad Buddy said in the Super Bowl too?
Which one?
On how he's like, yes, I know English isn't my first language, this and that, but it's not America's either.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to play games that way, bud?
Right.
We can go to some real old time games and kick those back out of the closet.
Well,
kick the dust off them, or
whatever he think, it's the official language now, thanks to our president and savior,
he
Daddy
definitely
Trump.
secured himself a spot in somewhere with that.
Back to the people that were in bars that decided to play the TPUSA, where they had someone like the troll in the chat who is just a keyboard warrior full of soy. This guy said, I run a business. It's a sports bar. It's called JJ's Place. Yesterday, 80% of the bar wanted the Turning Point halftime show. The rest wanted Bad Bunny. To accommodate, I put the TVs on half and half. The 20% started canceling the orders, taking to social media, calling me racist, being disrespectful to my staff, and leaving one-star reviews on Google and Yelp. Mind you, that 80% who wanted the Turning Point halftime show weren't happy that Bad Bunny stayed on, but they didn't leave me a bad review, take to social media, cancel their orders, or disrespect my staff. It has become impossible to run a business. I support 3 generations of my family on a sole income and try to accommodate everybody. The bar business is not what it used to be. Sad day. Very interesting, Danielle Jurinsky. Probably all good most of the days because she probably gets mostly just these kind of people in there, unless it's like a Super Bowl thing.
Yep.
But yeah, like usual, man, the left gets angry and then they seek physical violence or trying to ruin a small business's credit, in the review economy, or they harm people, Now, conservatives, they just write stern letters and seek different policy, which we complain is not enough, but at least it's not, just being a dick.
Yeah, because you don't want to see our side of being dicks.
It goes a 0 to 100 in a whole different
It's
way.
where the real dick lays down the rules. That's what happens. And doesn't take the no whiny child response as an answer.
Yeah, truly, I do believe if we went on straight facts, you would probably be the most racist person that's ever been in the show.
Again, doesn't realize the actual meaning of racist versus prejudice either.
I believe Trolly is definitely, by definition, racist because he thinks trolls are the best race.
Right.
Better than everyone else,
That, true.
So I think, yeah, he's probably like a by the definition,
yeah,
right?
for the most part, anytime somebody leads with that, it's just like, you don't exist to me anymore. Like, I can't waste any of my time and intellect on something that isn't, it's like 10 steps behind me. Why am I even worried? You're not going to catch up to me. It's not like all of a sudden going to become the Fantastic Four rubber band man and have stupid long legs catch up to me or grab me with your really stretchy arms. No, you're moving slower and you're 10 steps behind me. I ain't worried about that. You haven't even figured out shit from chat, right? So back to the leftists being absolutely horrible people. This random woman who turns out to be kind of popular on the internet, she was picked up by a good friend of the show, Mr. Benny Johnson, and this was her view at the Super Bowl during the halftime show. Wait, she's got headphones in. Oh, that's right. She's watching the TPUSA version. All right. So she thought, it'd be fun to promote, hey, I'm watching the TPUSA event live, right? So then it turns out she's actually kind of popular because apparently she's a professional sports bettor. Like, yes, guys, I said a woman is a professional sports bettor. Figure that out. Probably gets a lot of money too just because she's hot, right? Let's, facts are facts, right? But apparently she's like some kind of a professional sports lady. So apparently she's now receiving death threats
because she made a video of her watching the TPUSA event.
I can't imagine any of them are right-sided people making the death threats. We know what party always makes the death threats, and they take videos and picture themselves doing it too and put it on the internet for everybody to see it. So then the feds always have a trail to lock you up.
So this is a great example, Trolley, of we have our own handicapped, completely off the rails handicapped troll in the chat where it just makes you feel good to scream evil, mean things at people for some terrible reason. Like, I feel bad for the insides of your heart. It must be very vapid.
It's going to be really bad when a certain group of guys decides to band together and just start
fixing problems.
Yeah. Yeah. Jerry Stackhouse. I bet the only thing he's got stacks of is flaps under his chin.
And losses.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, how about Jerry Stacks losses, bruh?
About to have a stack of frickin' misdemeanors and felonies pulled up against you on the table there, bud.
Pretty ridiculous, man. Just more leftist, unhinged violence, or talking about violence, you know. Maybe he didn't do it yet, but it's definitely a thing, folks. Pretty ridiculous. So if you got a friend saying like, oh man, it's not that bad, you know, you can go on over to that blog link down in the description box down below and pull up all the receipts for the show here. Send him this one, man. Send him this one of this poor lady now just getting death threats for showing a post of her just watching a show on her phone and not even saying anything at all. Like, very, very minimal at best. So
some people just
send that
need
over and ask them what they think about that.
Some people just need their reset button hit.
No, right.
Just going unconscious and coming back to consciousness.
That's where I think they should take that Texan law and just broaden that out. That mutual combat law. I think that should be like a federal law, bro. Like, yo, dog, if y'all gonna throw a fist, man, get a cop to watch and ding ding, let's go, man.
Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. Make sure nobody's gonna just pull a knife out on the other guy because you're losing.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
if you want to dish an ass whooping, then back up your freaking words behind your fist. Stand there and do it like a man.
Right.
Not all this internet pillow talk crap. Just like somebody used to do on here all the time.
Do you have any evidence of a right-winger ever making a death threat? Like, I'm sure it exists in some kind of an extreme right situation,
I'm sure
but
it's somewhere.
I can't really think of any of them, bro. So you're, again, just assuming headlines there, good sir. Unfortunately, your brain doesn't function to understand much. NFL spent $20 million on their woke halftime show consisting of mumbling and lib screeds, only to have TPUSA's Real American halftime show mog them on YouTube. Yeah, 100%. Oh, the Bad Bunny halftime show only has 1.4 million views? Should we pull up the numbers? I just assumed that would be bigger.
I mean, on YouTube.
They might be cheating there. It said an hour ago and 5 hours ago.
Also, think about it.
Might be cheating on that one.
Who hosts the Super Bowl? A channel that has what on the rest of it the rest of the time?
Garbage?
Yeah, woke left-sided garbage. So, well, we have seen that obviously the posting of other said numbers isn't always quite correct. It might be a little put out of proportion to maybe give you an idea, like make you think a certain way.
A little stretch.
Yeah. So how can you actually believe the numbers that they say are legit for the views?
You mean like all the polls that said Kamala was going to win?
Are they going to show the screenshot of their tech guys, you know, data stream? Like, this is how many people we have watching it right now? Nope. Until we see that bit, I ain't going to believe shit. 130. We had this, you probably had 50 million people viewing. It was something probably ridiculously sad.
Yeah.
You guys are shitting money out your ass in losses, just trying to cover it up.
Well, the other argument would be like whatever numbers the Super Bowl did was like 130 million passive viewers that heard his music playing in the background, whereas the TPUSA people was 20 million people that took the initiative to go off of the regular TV channel and find the stream and then watch it. Like I had a weird Super Bowl, so I ended up actually just watching this by myself here in the shop on a TV screen. Like,
so think about it too. Those views, how did they calculate those? Oh, so you're telling me they can somehow backtrack? Like basically everybody's like, oh look, a certain
great again. We'll make America great again.
Like just a certain random this is a test, you know, like blah 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 for the emergency services that pops up. It's just like, are you watching the Super Bowl on NBC? Oh yeah. Click. No, that doesn't happen to anybody.
Right.
Zero.
Them Nielsen numbers.
Zero. So you're telling me there's a TV at a bar and they're just like somehow doing they're repurposing the technology in the TV screen to now view back into the room, and it can actually tell and read how many sets of eyeballs are watching the TV screen. It's even smart enough to know if one guy's blind, only has one eye, and there's two of them in the room. It wouldn't count it as one person, it actually count them as two, because it's totally that smart.
Dan, some televisions actually do have a webcam in them now where they hide it and they don't tell you, and it does track your eye movements.
But that's not how they register.
But that's for the TV company's metrics, not the television network.
How do they then estimate how many people were, because it's an estimation, it's not for sure. Nobody's, chiming in saying, oh, yep, checking in. I'm watching it.
Right.
No, and we're not having a nationwide check-in party.
Right.
So how do they estimate, or like, how's that estimation go?
Yeah, TV views are always skewed.
It's how many, they can tell at the cable box how many coax. That's what it is. How many ends of a fiber optic cable that specific channel is being displayed out. Oh, I don't know. Has anybody went to a sports bar?
Right.
Man.
So
how many TVs are in a
view
sports
counts does that
bar?
work for?
Yeah, how many TVs are in a sports bar? Oh, and what are they playing on every TV on Super Bowl day?
Wait.
Only like
Steelman.
30 TVs.
But you could say there's like 50 people in the bar for the 12 TVs.
Yeah, how many of them are there for the drinks or the game?
Right.
True, yeah.
So I guess counting 12 is fair for one bar, technically, maybe.
Could be.
But it also could be 7 people in there.
And it might be just a bunch of people watching because they went, I'll go with this guy because he's having a party. I don't care for the game, but my friend's over there.
Well,
they
that's
don't
like
give a crap about the game. They're just hanging with their friends.
When CNN lost their contract for being on the TVs in the airports, their numbers went like in half or something, like wacko.
Yeah, because it's just on TVs everywhere.
Right.
I'd almost say there's more. Well, also think about it. They're going to track it through your phones too.
Right.
So if somebody's because you know how attached some people are to this, they can't miss anything. So a lot of them football heads, they stream it from their phone while they're watching on the TV as well.
Yeah.
So now you're getting twice per individual at least across America's board.
Speaking of,
so more than likely, actual people watching it, at least half that number.
I know, right? Speaking of on all TV screens everywhere, though, do you know what was on TV screens everywhere yesterday? Apparently, the Epstein victims made a Super Bowl ad. Yeah.
I'm smelling.
I thought this was interesting.
I'm smelling like Epstein victims.
Right. Epstein survivors release a Super Bowl ad. Tell Attorney General Pam Bondi it's time for the truth. So they're like coming after Pam Bondi? I don't know. Pretty interesting. But I don't know. I didn't see none of the commercials. It was super weird Super Bowl for me. So I don't know if this actually aired or they just put it out ahead of time.
Here, I'm going back. He Trolley's like, you're not going to pull up the Bad Bunny views, are you? I'll pull them up. I'm gonna.
I just told you why it's irrelevant.
I'm gonna unfortunately screw my algorithm up really bad, but.
Wait, yeah, can we do this incognito?
Bad Bunnies. Okay, so NFL and two more. 4.4 million views for the halftime show bit.
Well, and then it's difficult now because it's views and it's not live.
Somehow they like banded the NFL. Oh, okay. That's why.
Yeah.
It's NFL, Mundo NFL, and NFL Brazil.
Right, right.
So I guess the NFL is just becoming more worldwide.
Correct, because they need more money. And then if you max out a market, you need another market, which is why the beauty industry was pushing gay, because they ran out of women. So if they get all the boys to need girl stuff, they can sell more money again.
It'll be good to see Glenn Beck put out one on Bad Bunnies.
Bro, they only have 44 million views on this official stream. TPUSA has half of them? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Not that crazy.
That's absolutely bonkers, in my opinion. That's crazy.
Just the people are sick of it.
A little bit under half. So, official NFL channel has 44 million views right now, and TPUSA has 20. That's insane. I can't believe such a small organization got so many people. That's crazy. Good for TPUSA. Yeah, so Epstein victims commercial, very interesting, but I was a little bit skeptical, like your initial take too, like wonder who funded that one. That's interesting, but you know, awareness about, you know, releasing more Epstein stuff. I'm all for that. And then I think that mostly wraps up the All American halftime show news. So back to the regular stuff. Remember that Mr. William Makis, that's a good friend of the show and is always telling us about the latest, you know, cancer trials that they're doing that is testing ivermectin, fenbendazole, and mebendazole for cancer healing properties. So apparently he's officially a doctor. Remember we were kind of confused before where I kept calling him Dr. Makis? So apparently he is a doctor. I don't know if he like just updated that or if he just became a doctor, but definitely go follow Mr. Dr. William Makis MD on the X because he's putting out some God's work there, man. They're doing clinical trials with cancer patients. They got the largest ivermectin cancer patient study ever in the history of the world, I believe. So they're doing some God's work there, trying to help people fight cancer and stay alive, which we all know sometimes as easier as it gets with the, you know, life expectancy going longer, it does sometimes feel harder to live than maybe yesterday.
Yeah. Could say that again.
So do you notice anything weird about this picture about RFK Jr.? And I don't think it's that he's turning Japanese.
Looks normal to me.
Is there anything different?
Nothing at all.
No. I felt like something looked kind of weird around his eye, maybe.
I'd say he's that fierce of a fighter for sure.
Wait, is that the Mike Tyson tattoo?
Yeah.
Is that the iconic?
I'm about to get one.
Why would they be putting that on Mr. RFK Jr. here?
I'm gonna get me a sweet tattoo.
So it turns out that he's got the sweet tattoo because, you know, apparently Mike Tyson decided to go all in on Maha and he partnered up with the like, you know, what is it? The HHS and Mr. RFK Jr. and they just launched realfood.gov. Where is, okay, nobody made, gosh darn it. Come on, Mike Tyson's social guys. Realfood.gov. What do we got here? Oh, it's made for Mike Tyson. The food, simple. Real food wins. Dude, this is another government website that's like made by, they're blowing money on web developers. This is insane. These are like on the edge, the best designs you can ever see in a website. And the United States government is made like this now. Bro, this is incredible. Are you seeing this? Am I the only web dev nerd? Watch this.
I mean, it's a very well built.
This is cool.
interface.
See, now it gets bigger as I scroll, right? And then neat motion. Okay. Now it stopped and I'm scrolling and then it stopped and it's doing like animations. All right. Now watch this food one. Whoa. This is impressive. So Mike Tyson joins the Maha movement. Pretty good choice there, man. They're going to be promoting like, something real healthy food. So that's cool. Download Scientific Foundation appendices. Download the Scientific Foundation for the Dietary Guidelines for Americans. Download the Daily Serving Guide. Download the Dietary Guidelines for Americans. Bro, am I going to actually start listening to like the government advice on my like health and nutrition for at least the next like 3 years?
I mean, well, we just got to keep doing what we've been doing, which is just continually researching and following people that actually promote real science of true health.
Bruh, they put an AI question box on the website to ask it to get answers about real food. That's genius. That's pretty cool, man. Realfood.gov. Share that out to some, troll that's crying about something healthy stuff. And I don't know. We're making moves, man. Mike Tyson joins Maha. I think that's a big, huge win, dog. That's a pretty big endorsement.
My sister's name was Denise. She died of obesity.
Oh, this was on the Super Bowl. This was the Super Bowl ad. That's cool.
My sister's name was Denise. She died of obesity at 25. She had a heart attack. I was so fat and nasty. I would eat anything. I was like 345 pounds. A quart of ice cream every hour. I had so much self-hate when I was like that. I just wanted to kill myself. We're the most powerful country in the world, and we have the most obese, fudgy people. Something has to be done about processed food in this country.
Hell yeah. That's cool, bro.
Be real.
Yeah.
Be real, Mike. Yeah. Bunch
Make
of
eating
chubs.
healthy food cool again or something, right? Who's a lot of hottie? Is that any good? Show what on stream, man? I'm not Asmongold. I can't just pull up random shit and get away with it. What's it about if it's relevant? What are we buckling up for, Trolley? Stomping you out finally because nothing you say is actually educated nor based with any facts. I still haven't seen you pull up anything about any right-wing person making death threats or anything. That's not an extreme, Nazi person that we, condone wholly. Like there's both people, great people, both sides, but not the Nazis and the racists. We condone them entirely, Just make sure there's no confusion there, Trolley. I don't want you to read the headline and get confused or anything. Real food, man. Amen. I think that's pretty dope. Oh, it was no good. Thank you, moderator.
Right-wing extremists versus left-wing. What do you mean? What's going to just pop up? Some clickbait for you lefties on, look, there's a couple meanies out there. Yeah, look at what y'all crazy people do. Four times that at least all over the different
type into the lefty biased box. Yeah. These hot words that pull up a lefty bias article.
Yeah, we know there's some dinguses on the extreme that are being extreme right wingers. Sure, yeah, there's extremity on each side. Except your side is way more extreme.
No.
In the numbers of people, and then they go and shoot up schools.
Bro, I figured it out. Trolley doesn't actually know how to look anything up. So if it's not in his feed that he's looking at right now, he couldn't possibly pull it up.
Yeah.
Right? That's got to be it. He's like physically incapable of pulling anything up.
I mean, screw it. For his entertainment, look it up. Look, he says can't do it.
Look at what? He didn't
just
tell me to look up
literally
anything.
Google that right?
Yeah, no, I'm
Right-wing
good. I'm
extremists
not here to waste
versus
my time on the
left-wing.
troll. F that. That's like
Yeah,
a waste
more
of
like
my time.
waste the viewers' time.
I thought this was not a waste of viewers' time, and I thought you would like this one a lot because Mr. Dan is a good friend of the dogs and the cats. He was very upset when they were eating the dogs and the cats. But today, do you know what upsets me, Mr. Dan? The USDA approved an extremely dangerous self-amplifying mRNA injection for dogs and cats. So now they're going to start pumping the mRNA tech into the rabies, flu, and FLV shots for dogs.
Well, say goodbye to your animals being normal ever again.
And then they require us to get these kind of vaccines for dogs, right?
Yeah, a bunch of waste of time of crap. That's what's going to come up. God.
Actually, every single person that has shot up a school has been an extreme leftist, bro.
Yeah, if
handicap
you
dogs?
say otherwise, it's because you bought CNN's fake story garbage that you do one look up against like one of the things that they said, one of the points, and it's just like it just comes right.
bro,
it's not even hard.
There's
to
no way
back-
in God's green earth he looks up anything to like steelman an argument. There's no way he looks up like the other side of an idea. Right?
Yeah,
There's no possible
Sure
way.
doesn't seem like it.
I mean, he probably believes that guy that killed the rep Melissa in Minnesota, he probably actually believes the story that man was a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
even though he worked for Tim Walz and his wife worked for Tim Walz.
Yeah.
And he currently was working for Tim Walz.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we're not a fake ass show. We're actually the real show, but you couldn't tell fake if you wanted to, obviously, because we know what you watch and think is real.
yeah.
So you obviously are blind as shit, buddy.
We're real, Trolly, because you really hear, brother.
Oh, and I'm sorry. You're angry with the fake stuff because you first realized that your mom's love for you was fake. That maybe is where it happened.
Don't
stemmed
tell
from
him the truth. That's not nice.
Remember what I told him months ago? Forgive your mom and your dad.
I
Forgive
agree.
them.
I agree.
Yeah,
Forgive him.
because that's more than likely what happened.
Good advice from a right-leaning man who found God because he realized you don't actually lose anything if you believe in Jesus.
Oh, you're sucking me off right now with those slurps. Is that what that is? Because I am basically daddy to you right now, telling you how it is.
Treated. But
Get
dude.
in line, buddy. Get in line. You ain't allowed to. I can't let that type of crap get anywhere near that. I don't want an infection or none of that.
So now we got to be like not even worried about what the hell they're putting in our vaccines, but what
Catch
they're
whatever
putting in the
disease you
damn
got.
dog like freaking vaccines and stuff, bro. So like, how annoying is that, man? That's absolutely bonkers. And then, just like I just had a woman in today, bro. She said her leukemia came
Doesn't
back.
matter, buddy. Still ain't scared.
Her leukemia came back after she got the COVID shot.
Oh, what a
Like,
surprise!
Yeah, bro. Like I literally
Nobody ever would have known that.
I literally talk to people in real life that say their cancer came back after they got the COVID shot, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. and her boyfriend also got cancer coming back after they got the shot and stuff, bro.
Yeah,
It's
no, you won't.
absolutely
Your
sad.
dad won't allow you to. He said you can't do it, so you obviously can't disobey big man.
So update on the Don Lemon story.
Oh, is that an actual mugshot?
I don't think so. I think that is a hopeful AI. But unlike usual, where these lefties stay so tight knit together, right? One of them decided that it might be better if he goes ahead and rolls on Don Lemon. So he actually went in and flipped and snitched on Don Lemon and told the cops that he actually was working together with them ahead of time before they went into that church about the planning. So it does look like Don Lemon likely was premeditated on that and somewhat in cahoots with planning ahead of time, which makes him full guilty.
I don't have any of those, buddy, unless you're talking about those. These right here, that's what I got.
All right.
It's
Looks
called-
like
it's
looks like
called-
someone's going to
called
help
the
Dan.
pow and the bang.
Looks
So,
like someone's
come
going to
on.
help Dan stay on task and has decided the troll has gone on long enough.
Yeah, yeah, sure has.
Was it Donnie?
If he
who
wants to
deleted
cut it short,
socials?
he can make a visit.
Who's
but
Donnie?
He ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, we don't know if it's a real mugshot. I'm pretty sure it's an AI. I don't think they have released any official Don Lemon mugshot. Have we got a real Don Lemon mugshot yet? Let's ask the Grok. The Grok would know, right? It'd be on X somewhere on the interwebs. Yeah, nah, we still have not got a public release of that. Bummer. Yeah, but good friend of the show, Mr. Liberal Hive Mind. You should definitely go follow him on the YouTubes, and he's got the deets for us here.
He's always got the deets.
This guy's got the deets.
Redemption arc after leaving CNN. I think you desperately want censorship.
The reminder of the Elon interview.
Destroyed what little credibility he had left.
Yes, you want censorship and I don't. No, I don't want censorship. Yes, you do. No, I want responsibility. I think you desperately want censorship. No, if I want censorship. You want censorship so bad you can taste it.
I just remembered
that's true.
Yeah, well,
it was Jay-Z. So Jay-Z came out in that 3 million Epstein dump, and everybody started bringing Jay-Z up again, and then he turned off his socials. And then if you ask the internet, it's like, he's done this before. It's like a thing he does, man. Like, he's just taking a mental health break. Like,
it's because that photo of him and Diddy and Snoop got out.
Yeah, right, dude.
Yeah, that's when he turned it off.
Yeah.
He said, oh, crap. That's too much. They're going to start digging through my social.
He said,
kill it.
They're gonna like bag me on social on this one, man. I better turn it off. Hey.
I guess let's call it the Don Lemon trend, the Don Lemon effect. Things always get worse for Don Lemon, and now that's totally applicable to his legal defense here, which just completely...
Arrest is drawing attention to what prosecutors say was Don Lemon's role in planning and recording the disturbing protest of demonstrators storming that Minnesota church service. A Temple University student has now surrendered on federal charges, admitting he helped Don Lemon.
Yeah, bro, they got him on a plea deal for sure.
With logistics and local contacts ahead of that anti-ICE protest. Jerome Richardson, a political science senior, turned himself in and is accused of conspiring to interfere with religious worship.
What makes you go into a church where they're not doing anything weird at all just because you think they're supporting like a government system doing their job?
Man baby that thinks everything needs to, they're not paying attention to you anymore, so you're just doing anything that can possibly bring the views to you because you're failing so miserably from where 100%. You once used to be. He's trying to save what he used to have so bad. It's just backfiring.
100%.
Worse and worse.
But like, even just, I'm trying to like put myself in them shoes, bro. If I was so upset about the leftists taking over and controlling everything, a church is probably the last thing I would go into to like, I'm gonna really make my point here. Like, just don't think my point's gonna be made up in that church, bro.
The point was, I'm dumb enough to do this to get arrested. That was the point that he made.
I know, right, bro? Like, God dang.
Watch how much of an idiot I am.
Well, he thought
how much of a selfish, I need these views, and I'm going to go mess up the... Yeah, you don't go into the church.
Well,
I mean, if you are, then you're like, generally that's a that it gets into religious war crap because it's generally somebody of the different religion.
Well, he also thought he was untouchable, so he thought he was just going to get away with all this. But
of course, well, come on, look at him. Why do you think he thinks he's untouchable?
Because he was on the CNN, bro. He was a poster child.
Nope, that's not it.
No. Black card, gay card. Which one, bro? Like,
ding, ding, ding. There it is.
He was a mainstream media push, and then gay, and then black. I can't do no wrong.
You can't do nothing. I am the most like righteous person there ever was. I'm just so equal and like portraying to all the people that have needs and are just looking for something more, looking for that light in their life. I'm totally that to them because I am oppressed and I am secondary oppressed.
Right, dude.
I'm hated and I'm hated.
I'm all the oppressed. Right, Mr. Conspiracy Logic? We do have one of those Trump mugshots, and it's hanging up in the White House. It's actually a presidential profile photo.
Yeah. For the trolls out there, don't do anything you might regret.
Just don't do illegal stuff.
I'm warning you, don't do anything illegal or funny. coming on down.
Don't be a
down on my
jerk.
property.
Forgive your mom.
You will learn the hard way.
All those things are good. This one is definitely a little bit more of a TrutherCast, exclusive-y. I haven't heard this shit nowhere, dog. And I definitely think it needs a little bit more awareness. And I really want to see it get picked up on X so we can get some citizen journalism going on. Because have you heard that Jill Biden's ex-husband got arrested for allegedly murdering his wife?
Oh, nope, didn't hear that.
And if you don't remember the story, folks, this man actually made a book and started coming out public in supporting Trump for this last election, right? Or maybe the first one, I think, where he lost, right? Like the fraud election, right?
Yeah.
And he was doing rounds on podcasts telling the story of how Joe Biden stole his wife from him, bro. Like stole the wife from this poor man. Sure, that happens in life, but a little bit like shady, dogged and shit. And then some other funny business going around. If you're into it, look it up, man. Look up Jill Biden's ex-husband and listen to that guy's story. But something seems to have happened where somehow the wife died of a heart attack, but the guy's on it for the murder. So like, are they saying like he poisoned her? I don't know, man. We don't have any of the details of this story yet. But I'm a little bit, conspiracy theory bias? Like, what do y'all think in the live chat, man? Like, let me know what you think happened. Do you think, somehow Joe and Jill spent their last favor and like got one last meeting with the Clintons and said, hey, man, we got one last request before you kind of sweep us off to the never bin? Like, I think that's pretty wild, bro, that Jill Biden's ex-husband, wife is dead, and then now the dude's facing charges, bro. That seems a little bit fishy to me, man. I don't know nothing about why he'd have a motive to kill the second wife that he was with for years.
A whole lot like that bitch Carol Baskins.
You're right, bro. Like, oh my God. I accidentally pulled up an old social video I made. I was like, I got to delete this file on my computer. What is this? And I pulled it up and it's like, I actually put effort into it when I was first starting the business and I was trying to make it a little bit more engaging or something. And the end of it, I was like, and then, hey man, let me know down below in the comments, how you doing today? What'd you do? Yeah, we get it. You watched The Lion King. Okay. Anyway, let me know like how your day was. I was like, when this came out, COVID.
Oh man.
Everybody watched that stupid Lion King or what is it? I just said it. Lion King. Yeah. Oh man, but that is pretty weird, I think.
You're talking about, and I'm laughing because you said it's the Tiger King.
Tiger King, that's it. I was like, that's not right. That's the real one. They couldn't have named it the same thing. Tiger King, that's it.
That freaking Lion King. Just putting them, interchanging them too. Was,
Wilkins saying that's where like my conspiracy theory radar is kind of going off. It's kind of pinging on this one. I feel like they all seem to be around a little bit of a weird murder. I would agree. Well said. So very interesting, man. If anybody else is into it, man, find some more facts on that one and post it on the locals community. If you hit that join button down below, it'll bring you over to the locals community. It's a non-big tech censorship platform where it's a little bit semi-private, right? You can join for free and follow along and, see what we're posting all through the week. It's what we cover on the show here on the Monday nights. But if you join that locals community, it's a pretty cool place where, you don't have to deal with, all the bullshit of Facebook or something. But, it's all part of building a better news feed. You got your X, your Facebooks, all that, blah, blah, blah. Having the mass dash of insights, on your locals app is really awesome. It's like a little easy to grab the links so you can show somebody that's down you when you're talking about something or learn something. But if you would like to comment or post things that, help us out so we could learn something or bring it up on next week's show, all you got to do is sign up for the Primo Squad. If you sign up for that Truther Tribers Primo Squad, you can make posts in the locals community. So just hit that join button down below. It's a little red join button right below the, the website linky doodle there. Hit that guy. If you want to sign up for free, just, skip the donation thing. But if you do want to help keep the lights on, you can sign up for that Primo Squad. If you don't even want to spend the very few dollars that it is, you can get it even cheaper using the promo code BetterNewsFeed. So check that out and help us, in the fight to find more things to bring awareness to for people so we can help them find their own realization, man. Check out that locals.com. It is the mass-locals.com. But just hit that join button down below, folks. That is the quickest way. So
all these edits of Epstein's face are hilarious.
All right. Is there anything you've ever heard people refer to as beef jerky other than actual beef jerky that they have in a bag?
Sucks. I'm pissed that they had to use that because I'm a big fan of beef jerky. They're gonna ruin it for me.
Yeah. Now we got to come up with another name. Yeah. Like, hey man, can you hand me the dried up beef, please?
The actual beef jerky, thank you. The real beef meat jerky, please.
No, you can't say that because then somebody's like, "Why do you have the other one?" And I need to know which bag's which.
And that's no, that's a good thing because then you go, "What are you talking about?" And you figure out, and they're like, "No, I'm just going with it. I don't know what it is like. I'm smelling some bullshit. What kind of tomfoolery are you into, Brian?"
Yeah, Wilkins saying kind of like how Barack Obama just, randomly has a cook just wind up in in an average of 4 foot deep pond that's, face down, naked, dead in his underwear, and nobody knows why, and like no investigation and no story really ever goes on about that. All these people around these strange deaths.
Dude, it's so weird. Like ever since like this beef jerky thing came up, did you see how they pulled up the where Jerry Seinfeld and
People going crazy?
Jimmy Fallon went and got lunch somewhere, and oh, dude, I'm pretty sure Asmund Gold he had it on his stream in there somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's where I seen it. Yeah, and Jerry is talking about the dish, whatever meat dish he had, being like he was describing the meat as like child's flesh.
Like why? How? Like just using words to like that.
He was trying to describe the dish, and he was describing the meat as like children's flesh of something. And then Jimmy was like, ha ha ha, yeah, like said something in agreement. It's just like, hold up, wait a minute. The is that, dude? What are you talking about? How can you say that?
Well,
like even as two jokesters,
right? That's just an off-color joke, in my opinion. But
it just sucks that I know at least Jimmy Fallon's names is in the files. He's been to the island.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I think Seinfeld also is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of sad, but I guess he got fame, so it.
And I do believe that
there was a 50-50 there.
There are several conspiracy theories of Jimmy Kimmel being a high-ordered Mason. So. All kind of a tangled web there that has been woven.
I mean, he definitely looks like somebody that would put on that weird like robe thing and do a sacrifice.
I mean, he did do blackface and make fun of Karl Malone. So.
You're like, where do I cut it again?
And then he did blackface and made fun of Oprah. So I guess he likes dressing up like other people to make fun of them.
Well, also, where was all the controversy at him compared to when Robert Downey Jr. did? Where was all the upset?
100%. That's like,
that is so wrong. He can't do that.
No, he says the things we like, so he's off the hook. What?
And nobody blinked an eye when Jordan and Michael Peel acted as white guys. They white-faced themselves. Nobody. I'm just saying. Come on now. We can't. Exactly, because we don't care if anybody does it. Like that's the thing of theater. You're portraying yourself as a different character. Ooh. You can't do that as a white guy, though. Okay, so guess what? I guess tell all the past people playing as like an animal or being an animal, like tell Jack Black to screw himself because he's a piece of crap for being a voice behind an animated panda. That's basically your logic at that point. Stupid.
Speaking of the whole like racist thing too, bro, like I didn't remember Blazing Saddles. And when that came out on Netflix and everybody was like freaking out about canceling and everything, I was like, oh, I gotta watch that and see like how bad it really is. Like, what are they crying about, right?
Blazing Saddles is one of the best.
So it's on YouTube the other day for free. They bought like a bunch of rights to movies and they've been promoting all these like older movies, right? Like just straight up on YouTube.
Got the rights of
straight up on YouTube, dog. So Emily's like, wait, you haven't watched it? And I'm like, I think I did, but I can't even remember it. She said, oh my God, we got to watch it. Bruh.
Are you smuggling a schnauzer?
Bro, that holds up like really good today. That shit was hilarious.
I used a reference from that the other day.
I had no idea.
Literally like 2 nights ago.
I had no idea.
It was the smuggling a schnauzer
Okay,
thing.
nice, nice. But dude, I was like, wait a second. How were they like, obviously it was like, you know, like usual, they read a headline and they just said a thing, because if you watch the movie, they literally call white racist people stupid, and the main character is a black guy, and it's satire about white people being dumb and racist still, when it's like, bruh, it's time to move on from all of that.
Yeah.
Like it literally was like a timepiece mocking racism.
Just like Dave Chappelle crap.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know who wrote it? The original Dave Chappelle. The Dave Chappelle that Dave Chappelle got all of his Dave Chappelle from. Richard freaking Pryor.
Yeah.
Literally the original Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
That is the guy that Dave Chappelle looks up to. That is the guy that Dave Chappelle wanted to be like.
Yep.
That dude wrote the movie. Now, the guy was such a degenerate, crazy son of a bitch comedian at the time that they wanted him to be the black guy in the film because he wrote the movie.
Yep.
And then the movie studio said, nah, bro, this guy is way too alcoholic right now, and he is a liability. We got to hire somebody else. And then he couldn't do his role in that movie. Absolutely interesting, bro. Crazy.
Yep.
And then
what a great piece it is.
Alcoholism is very popular apparently because what's his name? The kid, I forget his real name. Oh, man, the Willy Wonka man, right? The shooting kid from the movie, right?
Yeah.
So that was going to be this other guy, but he was an alcoholic at the time, and they said, yeah, dude, that's not going to work. So Mel Brooks called up the old Willy Wonka and was like, yo, dog, I need a favor. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to do it, but on one condition. I'm not going to do the slapstick thing, and I'm going to play the role straight. And it ended up working out because he was like the only guy that was kind of like playing it real straight and not like slapsticky or anything.
Oh, that makes sense.
So pretty cool, man. And then I didn't know that Mel Brooks did Spaceballs, so I realized never seen Spaceballs in my life.
Oh my goodness.
My girl loses her shit.
Out. Yeah, no wonder you hadn't seen both of them.
My girl loses her shit.
They kind of go one with the other.
So I downloaded it and we started watching Spaceballs. Pretty ridiculously funny. Can't believe no old person made me watch that, bro.
I didn't know.
Pretty crazy.
I guess the whole time I've been saying may the power of the Schwartz be with you.
No idea what the hell you were talking about, bro.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, may the power of the Schwartz be with you.
You thought I was just being a dick? Like, not like, yeah, dude, you too. So I looked that up, right? And then what's funny is, Yogurt, Mel Brooks' character. So he was like, playing like a funny Jewish man because he was like, merchandise. We're all about merchandise, right? And then he says, yeah, hopefully we'll all be back in, Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. And so I guess 30, 50 years later, what is it, 50 years later, bro? So I guess they started filming Spaceballs 2, and it's coming out in 2027.
I heard rumors about it like a year or two ago, and I was hoping it was real.
It's going down. It's officially started. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're searching for the money.
Yeah, and it's ironic because we do need to find out where the money's going.
Where is the more money?
Did it make it in the list or not? I didn't find any thing I could link to it, but allegedly, have you heard? I forget how many tons or whatever, but basically 1.5 or 2.5 billion dollars worth of gold came up missing. That was supposed to have been shipped to or out of Africa.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. There's
from us.
I don't know if it was coming out of Africa or going. I'm pretty sure it was going into Africa.
Interesting.
And yep,
probably China.
It just a fugazi that poofed right on out of there.
Like Wilkinson mentioned, I also remembered that Elon Musk got all of his references for the Tesla from Spaceballs. I forgot about that because you get the plaid plan on the car, which unlocks ludicrous speed. And I just remembered people saying that he did it because it was Spaceballs, but I finally saw where it came from. So cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we should look up that gold thing at the end or something. Remind me to come back to that one.
Well, yeah. Well, that is a
Or find
question that
something
still has not been answered.
Or find something and put it in the locals for next
What's
week.
up with all the gold in Fort Knox? Is it there? Is it not there? We still don't know.
Never saw that follow through when Elon was talking about it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they was like, guys, they told me there is no gold, so we couldn't do the live stream. So has anybody seen all of the talk in the Epstein files about beef jerky? If you didn't see it, you know, obviously people are saying that beef jerky equals, you know, the meat of.
Hope you were feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that? Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful above all for your friendship. Some of these emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. A small insulated bag would.
Why does the DOJ not come out and talk about any of the weird things they found? Like, well, they should have, bro, Kash Patel 100% should have came out on Benny Johnson's show and literally talked about all these things. I don't know why they don't do that. Like, bro, okay, we dropped 3 million things. You're going to find stuff like this. You're going to find stuff like that. You're going to find stuff like that. You're going to find stuff like this. So, like, they got to do it for some strategic reason. It's either like, you know, oh, we looked into it and nothing, or we got to put it out there, guys, so that the public and the court of public opinion picks it up, because politics is just downhill from culture. So maybe they're stonewalled and can't even look into this shit until it becomes like a big, huge, you know, freaking public thing big enough. Because today I saw one of my Facebook friend people who's an absolute libtard moron. And I'm shocked. God bless him, because he hasn't unfriended me, because I thought that would have been donezo a long time ago. He's posting that he goes, well, no thanks to the Republicans. Why weren't they ever bringing up anything about Epstein? I said, what? It was literally the tinfoil libertarians and conservatives that are the only reason that we have all of the Epstein documents that we have today.
Also, Trump,
which is because of we're a libertarian, now conservative
investigation on Epstein,
and was the only one that answered the phone for the lawyer to rat on Epstein, allegedly. Even Mike Johnson said that, you know, Donald Trump might have been an informant, but then he walked it back, almost like they're trying to keep it quiet.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Almost like maybe there's still a case building.
Almost, man, almost.
Be fine. I don't recommend checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Just wanted to touch base about.
Do you put your beef jerky in a nice cold bag?
Sure, never will.
I don't think beef jerky tastes good on ice, bro. I've never tried it because that's stupid.
I mean, it's already hard enough to chew.
Jerky. J.E. said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said he has 6 bags of it in the downstairs freezer.
Why would people be talking like this?
Yeah, like they're trying to make their jerky last long. They keep it in the freezer. No, that ain't a thing.
No, the whole point is that it's like preserved for like ever. Just trying it out in the season.
Yeah, it's good in the bag already.
It's like the whole point of making beef jerky was because you used to be poor and not have a refrigerator. That used to be like just how you made meat, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong on that? Isn't that just like the old that came from like the old way to make meat?
You know what the epidemic is we have here?
Ignorance.
A better word than I would say, because you know what word I want to say.
Dumb mother beep.
The other of the word. The word.
Bruh. So why
morons?
Why are they talking so much about beef jerky like this?
Why would you freeze jerky? Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important.
Wilkinson's got a great point, bro. This all makes sense now. That's why Patel's eyes before becoming the director of the FBI were like normal, and now after they're like this. when he gives all these interviews after he sees this. Now all our eyes be like that too.
Yeah, it's either that or they got him Hitlered up. They're like,
God.
we're not gonna keep giving you the, lab grade meth if you squeal, man. Oh man, I don't want to give up on that lab grade meth. Ooh, yeah, I'm getting all the criminals caught. I don't even have to sleep. They ain't got shit on me. If they say if you got to catch a meth head, you got to become a meth head.
He said
they're always gonna.
How was your time working for the government? Yeah, it was crazy. It wasn't ever like any of the other times I worked for the government. This time I was hired into the upper echelon of the government, and on the first day I showed up, and my assistant came in and said, "Congratulations, Mr. Patel. Thank you very much for your duty, and here is your daily, super government meth."
If you're gonna keep up with how hard these criminals work, they never sleep. So how do you think you're gonna catch a criminal that never sleeps? They're always working to stay ahead of you. So you have to be on their level to catch them.
Don't worry, sir. This one's been tested. It's the government grade. It is actually a standard issue tablet.
The Nazis ain't got shit on ours. Actually, we grabbed the Nazi scientists from at the end of World War II, and then we superfied their kids' DNA, and now we have American free prior Nazi scientists making the best meth there ever was. People say it is the greatest. It is the best there ever has been. Meth into it.
I don't like going to the dark places on this show, man, but like I guarantee you there is some weird off-book government thing where they're kept some kind of a generation thing in some kind of a like keeping them barely alive because they are utilizing something of
Russian
them, like
sleep experiment,
like bro,
the LSD experiments.
Like I don't know if you're watching
recruits back in the day.
I don't know if you're watching this Fallout show. The second season just came out. And it's got Walter Goggins in it.
I
like,
didn't even finish the first one. I
AAA
maybe
big
watched
show.
2-3 episodes, and then that's all.
Super good if you're looking for something to watch. But they just got to this part. Spoiler alert. Where it's just basically a head, with a helmet on and all these wires, and it's the thing running the like computer machine.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, dude, there's something like that in real life, bro. There's something like that. And then she unplugs it, and it's like, like turn me off, but the other word that I'm not trying to say on the internet,
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
That makes me kind of think about as Asman was talking in one of his videos earlier. He's like, if we aren't making a clone, if the government isn't working on making clones, I want my tax money back. Like, if part of my tax money isn't going to clone people and further this, that's bullshit. I want my money back. Like,
we got to be on the edge of technology, bro. Like, come on.
I mean, he kind of makes a good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just you got to make sure it's not done for evil. Which, guess what is every other thing in the existence of humankind. There is no, we can't just have it. No, the point is for good to be more than evil, yet all these people that are apparently studying in good are now, just like the streets. You book smart, but you're not street smart. I mean, there's a time that you got to be balanced. It's that balance comes in all things of life. You have zero street smarts and all the book smarts. Guess what?
Taken, man.
Guess what? Not everywhere in the planet is a school or the workplace. It's at least 50% the streets per se.
Well, I don't think
outside, random public around other things.
I don't think you make it at a job without
control.
street smarts. Like a regular job, bro.
I don't see how you like associate with like.
Right.
It's just like part of interacting. That's the culture thing too.
Right.
If you don't have both, you're gonna get toasted on one side of things.
Life is a game of balance.
Yeah, so all these people are book smart in Christ per se, but they have no street smarts and going into the different realms of friend groups and culture groups and maybe the secret societies of life. These people literally are just getting blindsided by evil, and they have no idea. And so it's just a horrible place we're in.
Like you were saying with the Bad Bunny thing,
study it like as that's what they're getting paid to do, and they can't figure it out.
Just like you were saying with the Bad Bunny thing, it's like, yeah, sure, if you liked the halftime show, that's cool. Maybe it was your thing, but it's another like your kids are listening to horrible and like music and terrible shit.
Well, they don't realize that they're being how. I don't know how they'd say it exactly in the occult world, but their souls are getting linked to a like, not to say too many words, have to explain too many things. Your kids are getting pulled in and linked into Satan's future army.
But probably not your kids if you're watching the show, because you are a truthercaster with smart morals and values.
Yeah, your kid's soul will be used for the decimation and evil things of other pure souls.
The other people, man.
For you to have the jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive. Little St. James Island. And that's what LSJ must mean. So logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it. Beef jerky and steak. Can blank make some jerky? I think we should landscape all around the house to use the water if possible. If the main house is not enough. Are there any recorded images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky at all? No, there are no recorded or publicly known images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky. Who sends beef jerky to a lab for analysis?
Okay,
wait, what?
either.
I was looking for the beef jerky as I knew it was in my suitcase, and I thought that maybe I left it on the beach, only to find a small plastic bag near my dog's bed. I'll email Francis to make us some more, as I need 6 to 8 ounces to send to the lab, and I'll forward to Francis the info to send to the lab directly. Guys, I think something's going on. What's this here? Commercial. Apparently it's his last girlfriend who's active on Twitter right now. Check the mail. Names for hers again. Oh boy, oh boy. People are saying this is Jeffrey Epstein's last girlfriend. And this is the same name as inside of the files. And her name change hasn't occurred since 2017, before the files released. After years of silence, the truth. Jeffrey was innocent. I really? Like, he just a good boy? He didn't do nothing wrong? Trapped by powerful people who silenced him. I was his last confidant, and I have the evidence that they're still hiding. I'm not.
And you were also probably the last one to be brainwashed by him. And like,
why would she say I have the evidence they're still hiding?
Interesting.
Let me put a giant target right on my forehead.
Interesting. And then follows up with,
this-
I am not suicidal, just in case.
Oh, man.
It took her 3 hours to realize she should let everyone know that she's not suicidal after posting that one.
At least the blonde had a buffer.
Crazy.
Instead of no buffer at all. But yeah, no, oh man, so many of you females have the survival instincts of a wet napkin.
So she's pushing a Telegram group to try and
My goodness.
get people to join into to get her like super secret information. Interesting. So she's probably grifting on it to do something because her meal ticket, got on a live. So who knows what her game is, man. But I don't know nobody that talks that much about beef jerky. Now, I ain't got no beef jerky friends in the business or nothing. So, and maybe you was making and selling and slanging beef jerky. Maybe you'd have a lot of beef jerky talk in your emails, but call me crazy, folks. I don't think Epstein and all these other peoples was talking about God's beef jerky. Call me crazy.
I just don't. What? You know what I'm starting? I just want to say, I think we might be able to classify how we know if, like, they're up to no good or not. If a person is talking so much back and forth through emails, normal people don't do this. We text and we call each other. That's how you know it's up to no good. They're like, Hillary is my idol. She used emails. So shall we. Because it's just totally the easy. Yeah. Bill Gates sees like everything you do.
But what they forgot was Hillary did it right. She had her own private email server where all the emails were only on one computer, and then she could actually destroy the entire machine, and there would be no evidence of said emails.
I think Bill Gates has got a copy of that server somewhere.
I mean, golly,
There's
man.
no way you're not able, like, it was, if that server.
Someone set it up for her.
Oh, I mean, it was.
She didn't set it up, bro. She did not set up the TCP/IP settings.
Yeah, it had an internet connection, right?
100%.
It had to have had.
100%.
That's not. Yeah, there's definitely copies of that somewhere else.
It was likely on Windows.
Yeah, so there's definitely a copy
Now,
somewhere
if it was
else.
an email server, it could have been on Linux. They could
Yeah.
have just set up a simple Linux box with an email server on it.
I mean, either
That
way,
would probably been the best way to do it.
somebody could have easily probed and grabbed that info
Well,
from
I'm
some
saying
part of the globe.
somebody built it, like,
Yeah,
but they probably were like, "Yo, you gonna build this box and don't ask us no questions," you know?
yeah. So I mean, a hacker somewhere, boom.
I know, right, bro? I can't
like,
believe
there's an entity out there somewhere that would have connected in and stole all the information more
for a
likely
very
at some
short
point.
time, like 2 years, Anonymous was hacking bad guys and leaking things out, and I thought they were the business, bro. And then they just went, they got co-opted or something, bro.
I forgot
they don't do
who,
nothing no more.
I forgot who was saying it. One of the famous talking heads was saying, like, I can't believe it, but I think we owe QAnon an apology. It's like, oh, you're finally waking up.
Well, that one's complicated because some of the stuff
yeah.
they said was true, but I definitely believe it got co-opted by like the government or something.
Right?
Like the CIA.
Yeah. But
And then they started
everybody
putting out
was
false info.
Everybody was trying to say QAnon was just a
Completely
crazy,
wacko, yeah.
like Alex Jones type shit back in the day.
But that's a terrible
So
one either
far,
because
Alex
everything Alex Jones says
has,
is legit.
just like us conspiracy theorists keep proving ourselves right.
It seems to be a lot of conspiracy facts. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm a bias. Call me crazy, man.
It's hard to be biased when the actual facts of the ratios of numbers of conspiracy theories to facts.
I suppose here
Are
at the
quite
TrutherCast, folks, that
heavy.
is my bias. I'm just biased for the truth. So make sure, if you haven't, man, hit that follow button down there below. Trying to bump up the followership this year, folks. So make sure to share this out to somebody you know that, you know, is into finding some information that's a little bit off the old beaten path, the alt news, you know, the citizen journalist, the independent journalist, you know, we cover a lot of that stuff, folks. So hit that follow button and then share this out to somebody, man. You got a friend, family member, a coworker, you know, somebody that you talk about some of this stuff that would like to find even more information and find more better news feeds. Share this out to them this week. Share it out right now. You can listen and share at the same time as we get into the third U.S. state introducing legislation designating the COVID-19 mRNA injection as a biological weapon of mass destruction. So YouTube, you know, piss off, bro. You can't shut us down no more because 3 United States freaking states have now classified the COVID jab as a biological weapon. That's crazy. Is it just legislation? Is it not like fully passed?
Definitely not crazy. Just makes sense.
Okay, it is introduced legislation, so it's not like fact here or like, you know, law. Tennessee Senator Janice Bowling has just filed Senate Bill 1949, the mRNA Bioweapons Prohibition Act, prohibiting the manufacture, acquisition, possession, or distribution of mRNA injections and products punishable as a Class B felony under Tennessee's Weapons of Mass Destruction statute, which this was made probably with AI. Everybody uses AI, folks, because it has an M dash in it. Always remember that. Right now, that is a current tell if somebody ran it through an AI, because AI loves putting these long, weird dashes in there. Heads up. And you won't ever tell if mine's AI because I just told my AI to not put those M dashes in.
Yep, you can do that.
Arizona Bill HB 2974, Minnesota Bill HF 3219, Alliance of Indigenous Nations, World Council of Health, our peer-reviewed study in American Journal of Physicians and Surgeons, Dr. Francis Boyle drafter of the U.S. Biological Weapons and Anti-Terrorism Act of 1989 affidavit. Pretty interesting, folks. Third United States state trying to call mRNA COVID-19 vaccinations a straight-up mRNA bioweapon. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, this is coming in from the good friend Nicholas Hulsher, MPH.
Definitely ain't crazy. It's just finally happening what's been needed.
I agree, man. Crazy that we're seeing people push actually for legislation for this shit, bro. Amen. Need to get more awareness on this and get more court of public opinion support, I would say. The politics is the downhill from the culture, folks. And if you don't actively engage in the culture, someone else's culture will take over. That's why we've got, entirely full Spanish halftime show. It's not just, people that don't understand rap not getting it. It's like anybody not getting it now. It's like, God dang. So all you went for were like young Spanish speaking people? That's so weird to me, man.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it comes on the microphone that time, but we got the Donald Trump clock here, folks. So on the hour. On the hour, we're making America great again. Man, I just think it's you gotta be active, man. You gotta share things out like this, folks. You gotta follow people. You gotta build a better news feed because, man, ain't gonna happen. If you don't speak up, folks, and if you don't share this to your friends and family, and if you don't make the legislative people know about this, then you have people like Trolley just running their mouth all on the internet, making people think that everybody believes that stuff, which, is definitely a lie. So I know that you know who Dan Pena is, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this one was going around last week. So last week we spoke about
getting loud again.
Last week we spoke about Epstein talking about Bitcoin, and so everybody started, going off to the races and being like, "Oh, like Epstein made Bitcoin," or "Oh, Bitcoin's bad just because Epstein was talking about it," right? Well, he did, get close and he got on the board of Bitcoin or something. But I'm kind of like, I don't know about all that. But I think this was like a year ago. Dan Pena did say this.
Bitcoin, you're not going to be able to sleep at night, and it's going to effing zero. And there's a lot of people crashing out over this. Obviously, Bitcoin's lost 50% of it. I'm not some huge crypto guy.
Yeah, he literally said that, like, when you find out who started Bitcoin, you'll run away and it's going to go to zero. And it's like, okay, maybe, but my argument...
It's been getting more on sale.
Who created the dollar? And when we all found out who created the dollar, did that go to zero?
Right, yeah.
So, like, maybe? I don't know. But there was more talk about that this week.
For a very long time. If you remember, the first Trump administration tried to capture Maduro in the Jordan Goudreau Silvercorp affair, the Bay of Piglets with that Florida security firm, failed in doing so. But we have this faction of U.S.-aligned political and military groups on the ground. The problem is it's really hard to fund them, to capacity build them, to go against the Venezuelan government, because you can't get money into Venezuela through the Venezuelan state banking system. And if the Venezuelan counterintelligence sees that money hits your bank account from a U.S. source or from a U.S. bank, then they treat it as a CIA intervention and they arrest anyone who receives that money. So what the mystery U.S. government agency X came up with is the brilliant idea to use stable coins, the undergirding architecture of Bitcoin, as the way to launder money into Venezuela without the Venezuelan government being able to stop it, by airdropping people crypto on their phone so that money never touched the Venezuelan state banking system. So this was, while plucky libertarians are talking about how, the purpose of cryptocurrency is to, and go ahead. And it's a hilarious article. If you scroll down, you'll see Circle Partners with, yes, right. And so what you'll see here is it says, so it's a partnership with Juan Guaido. Okay. If you just, scroll down to the Juan Guaido part, it's up a little bit up. Yep. Yeah. Well, okay. So if it's what I was pointing out is Juan Guaido. If you remember Juan Guaido, if you just pause right there, you see through a collaboration, Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, led by President-elect Juan Guaido. Juan Guaido was the CIA-backed guy that Silvercorp had the contract, a $1.5 million retainer to capture Maduro, and a $220 million success fee if they successfully installed Juan Guaido. So this is not money to Venezuelans. This is money.
Also, straight up hard fact evidence that the United States meddles in foreign elections as well, just like they try to do to us. It's just part of life, unfortunately.
That will only go to the Juan Guaido faction at the time of this partnership. So they can micro-target the money rather than an aid program.
So if you're into this stuff, folks, you can watch this one. Link is on the receipts blog post. Link is in the description box down below, and you can pull this one up. Or if you're on X, if you're an Xer, man, just follow me at Mastache, and you'll get all these real time. 3 S's in a row, 4 in the whole word, at Mastache on X. But definitely a good one to listen to, man. Benny Johnson's a good one. Mr. Mike Benz is a banger for the citizen journalist. He's doing more kind of investigative stuff, and he breaks some stories and stuff sometimes. But he had a wild, interesting breakdown about how they're utilizing crypto and stable coins, to move money. Because I mean, that was the whole pitch of it, man. When crypto Bitcoin first came out, man, I'm all about singing the praises of being able to sovereign money. Because like you can think about it in like a positive aspect where you're in like a bad government country. How do you get your money out? Like they're gonna stop you at the border or something. Well, if you just convert it into Bitcoin and then you remember like 12 words, you can throw all of your devices away in the garbage and walk across the border and leave a bad government. Pick up a phone, remember those 12 words, and then bang, you've got access to your money. Yep. That's pretty powerful. That's crazy. But then, bad guys use it too, so makes it easier to launder money. So tricky this life we live is very much is. Very, 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 very tricky. Oh, bro. All right, are you ready for a comedic relief?
I mean, I'm reading, I'm researching what Trolley wanted me to, and I'm getting a lot of comedic relief already. But yeah.
So this one's pretty good, bro. There's a new website that you might be interested in, Dan. It's gonna help you find a new place to move to.
What are some of the filters that we can play with to figure out where we want to move? Bail bonds, public housing, Section 8, methadone clinics, payday loans, beauty.
So I found this one from the Quartering, who found it from Asmongold. Let's go ahead and just pull this guy up because I was curious what our area was looking like. So we can go here, Dan, to the Peace and Quiet map. Okay.
The Peace and Quiet map.
And if you are thinking about maybe moving soon, you too may be interested in the Peace and Quiet map. Because here we have the United States. Here, let's zoom into where we're at, right? Okay, we're in the northern Illinois region, right? And then let's see what we've got for filters, all right? So violent crime, okay. Wait, if they're on, is it showing? You got violent crime, you got bail bonds, you got public housing, you got Section 8, you got methadone clinics. You got payday loans. You got beauty supply. You got Boost Mobiles. You got Popeyes.
That's hilarious.
Churches.
Where there's a Boost Mobile, it's shit. It's a poor freaking neighborhood where it's just Boost Mobile. That's a great identifier.
You got
there.
Waffle Houses. You got liquor stores. You got pawn shops. You got hoopty listings like Chrysler 300s. And then you got LHTC, which I don't understand what that is. And then violent crime again. So the website needs an update. They got 2 MLK streets they have.
Oh.
So check out Chicago. It's very purple.
It's very boosty.
So let's look at the
boost mobily.
Let's look at the key down here, the legend.
Oh, dog.
What is
I just
purple?
realized.
Oh, purple is entirely a void. Got it.
Dog, dude, it makes all. Think about it. I think it went right over our heads the whole time. What made Boost Mobile like first successful? What was their like iconic thing?
I mean, throwaway phone?
No. There's plenty other cheaper ones for that, like Nokia.
Right.
No, remember what was their iconic feature? The chirp. It was like a walkie-talkie thing.
Oh no, that was Nextel. That was Sprint Nextel.
Oh yeah. Well, that's basically Boost.
Well, they ended up buying Boost. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did it through the Boost too. They always advertised
It was owned by
little
Sprint.
the little like
Totally.
They advertised the little chirp as a notification thing. Duh.
Huh.
Is that just a coincidence? Who do you think is probably their largest clientele? And then they just happen to put in the smoke alarm chirp with Boost Mobile? Makes total sense now. No wonder it popped out. They're like, familiar sound. I'm going with that.
Very interesting theory.
Detective work has been done.
This map does not
solved and closed.
This map does not look to be very getting of all of the data. It basically only has the data of the big cities.
Yeah. Wow.
Or it's not that bad. You know? They say Madison's only got like, maybe 9 bad areas. They say Rockford's got 0, bro.
I mean, I would say that's probably true. Oh, I mean, not since Rockford's 0.
Yeah, Rockford has 0 bad areas.
But
to
Madison,
avoid.
that makes sense. They're so turning. There's so much estrogen because everybody's turning on the left side of things up there now. There's no crime. Nobody can, like, other than hair pulling and like chipped nails. There's not much crime going to be had.
Wait a second.
You have to have a little bit of testosterone or craziness, but it's just like a numb potato with nothing but estrogen in it all up everywhere over there. So yeah, of course there's not going to be any violent crime for sure. Crime also probably not, because they're too much of a potato. They're stuck on the couch just soaking in all the Don Lemon and other garbage, going, I am oppressed. Yes, I need more opportunity. No, you're just lazy piece of crap. All the opportunities in front of you. You just need to get off the couch. And stop complaining that you're a victim. Just go get it. And that's why you are a victim, and you continue to be a victim, because you're choosing it.
Just gotta seize the day, one might say, man. Right.
Yep. Grab it by the pussy.
Amen, brother.
Grab the day by the pussy.
Actually, might be a plausible idea here. What do you think, man? Would you be cool with paying 80% of your income taxes?
No.
If it meant that all the liberals were in pods and they could not vote. So you pay 80% of your income taxes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that pays for all the liberals to live in a pod so they can live in a fantasy Harry Potter world?
No.
And they're not allowed to vote.
No, I'm not doing it. That's my money. I ain't paying that much money for them dinguses to basically live a work-free life. This
might be the way to get along, bro. Check this out.
Have a great day.
Oh, the way to get
Check this out.
I'm not going to go there.
Thanks, Mommy.
Pancake kids. Handsome husband. Bacon. This looks like a nice conservative life. AR. Bacon and apple pie?
Can I have some apple pie? Sorry, sweetie. The pie is for after dinner.
We just have fireworks.
Can you believe we get to live in so much harmony?
And it only cost us 80% of our salary.
Where's everybody else?
Can you believe we get to live as wizards every day?
And those MAGA chuds are paying for all of it.
I don't know, man. I think
So we put them into the Matrix, basically.
I think correct. I think they've got an argument here, bro. 80% of your taxes, if it means all of the whiny, extreme far leftists just get to live out their fantasies in a pod and no more voting.
It'd be much easier.
It's very humanitarian.
If we did 50% of taxes for 1 year to fund, just like everybody else wanted to do, a shot, a jab, and we will formulate it specifically for the dinguses to line up. Only those dumb enough to line up and take it, and then those who take it end up, well, you know, they hit their true state of what they want to be, what they've been striving to be this whole time, a full-on vegetable. And then, well, I mean, what do you do with vegetables?
I mean, like, I eat vegetables.
Nah, just throw them in the trash. They're garbage.
Oh, yeah. Spoiled vegetables, perhaps you'd say, right?
Yeah, spoiled vegetables. Because, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm glad that's the word I was going to go. Those vegetables aren't edible. They're spoiled, so you got to get rid of them.
Yeah. So, Charlie, would you sign up for that if you just got to live in a fantasy world where, you know, you actually liked your life?
Be a much cheaper,
a pretty good fair trade.
Cheaper solution. Then only the actual DNA worth replicating would be there to replicate, and then a lot of the problems would pretty much be eradicated.
Well, many people say that's automatically doing itself anyway because, you know, the liberals are all about abortions and not being in, you know, like relationships where they can have kids or anything. So
Yeah.
they're just going to knock themselves out the gene pool anyway.
This is just a faster abortion pill, per se.
Yeah, right, essentially.
Yeah. Get them to work themselves out of the equation.
And
I mean, we'd just be playing their game. I mean, think about it. They have to show us what they're going to do to us before they basically, you know, take our kids and, you know, sell them into sex slavery and do horrible things to them to extract adrenochrome. You know, they are just showing before, and then they just go do it. All we got to do, we'll be showing them what we're going to do the whole time, and they're still just going to lead themselves right into it. So technically, we wouldn't do any wrong.
So no karmic
There'd
debt.
be no karmic debt, no blood in our hands.
Yeah. I think that's how the bad guys
We
do
gave them the chance, and then they said
they chose.
They went and you know, and that was just how it ended for them. They chose it though. What was I supposed to do? I can't intervene in somebody's choices if they're a grown adult. That's their choices to make.
Speaking of choosing, I hope that people took the DHS up this week on their one-time special. They had a one-time special, folks.
One-time special.
Take advantage of the historic CBP home deal where we are offering today a $2,600 exit bonus and a free flight to your home country. They even made a graphic for it.
Perfect. Get your tickets here.
It's a one-day deal, though, man. So if you know anybody that missed it, you know, tell them to watch the webpage here. They might be able to find another deal on getting back home. Wait, it's still going? They didn't take it down yet. Yeah, you can download the app, get $2,600 and a free flight home, dog.
Yeah,
Ain't
you're just
too
mad.
bad.
This is what pulls your mom.
It
Sorry.
ain't too bad. Yeah, Shirley, you gotta watch. You gotta watch more. What's his face? Forgive your mom, guy. Jordan Peterson. You gotta watch more Jordan Peterson, guy. Maybe you could work out some of those demons, man.
Yep.
He keeps saying nonsense all day today, Trolley, man. You upset because there's still no good headlines for you to cite? nothing real in your world. But that's all I got for you, folks.
Yeah, this guy obviously doesn't know my file if he thinks I got that. You are silly and ignorant, buddy, but thanks for coming and trying to get realization still. One day, maybe you'll get there. Maybe one day, it just, you know.
Well, he finally realized that I'm smart, so that ended up working out.
I mean, yeah. Maybe there is a slim chance of hope.
Hey man, I'm pretty like hopium doll up, dog. So you know.
Yeah,
if there's somebody that keeps the hope,
he gains a little bit of smartness and doesn't do any of what he's talking about doing, because that's just not a smart move.
So far, that has been the smartest move that he's made. Has done absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'd say he better keep being smart and doing that.
Yeah, that's a good way to be.
Place there, bud. Right? Don't come out of your box. It's not. It's just not. Just saying. Don't do it.
Well, he's probably plugged in too, so you don't want to like unplug and get out the box or anything.
He doesn't want to venture too far from home. His mom's probably going to ground him.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they have to stay in the pod and eat the bugs
either
all
the
day.
mom's going to ground him or another government entity is going to give him a real grounding.
Right. But that's all I got for you today, folks. Sound off there in the old comments down below if you're watching this later, man. What was your favorite performance at that TPUSA event? And anything else you saw last week that you think we forgot to cover or we missed? And then we'll cover it next week on the TrutherCast Live.
Nope, can't think of anything for now.
That's all I got for you, folks. Thank you very, very much. Make sure to share the show out. Share it to a friend, family member, somebody you know. Oh man, I missed the how you do it for free thing the beginning.
Oh yeah, share the show, you hoes. Oh wait, no, you can become you can avoid being a hoe. Yeah, I'm just not assuming you're already hoes because you probably didn't share the show. But that's how you avoid being a hoe, by sharing the show.
I think we only got one new follower last week, so I think there are a lot of hoes. So make sure to share out the show this week, folks.
That probably means at least somebody shared it. Somebody's not a hoe.
I think it was me. Bro, I've been blasting it on Facebook. We be posting like 4 times a day, dog. We going hard right now. So yeah, if you're on Facebook too, you can follow me over there. It's the Mass Dash of Insights page. All the links are on the website, truthercast.com. Links in the description box down below. If you got a computer and you like to, not be pissed off at it all the time, there's a link down there for that shit too, and I'll help you out. But we'll see you next week, folks. Definitely follow us and let us know if there's anything you like, and we'll cover it next week, man. But we got the 2.
Sir.
And then we've got a Juan. And then I do believe there is something going on right now. It's something like...
All right.
Oh.